Okay, I'm gonna get into my class. You need to come in, Huey? Thanks.
Well, good morning. Okay, I'm gonna hide too. Um, how's everyone doing? I see that at least one person is a little nervous about being on campus. What about the rest of you? All right, let's go ahead and get into the syllabus and all that. Let me see here. We are missing a lot of people. I was wondering if people hadn't found the class in Blackboard because I just barely made it available. Why can I not see Zoom? Hold on. You would think I'd have this all figured out by now. I've been doing this. This is like my third semester running the class from Zoom. Oh, Nathan, just coming out of quarantine. Oh gosh. Well, you know, guys, I'm sorry about I mean, I know some of you are probably happy to be back on campus. I know others maybe are nervous, as someone mentioned. You know, I wish I had an answer for you. As some of you know, I have a compromised immune system, so I need to be still online. I don't want to be necessarily, but you know, I really do miss being on campus. Personally, I don't like talking to a bunch of little black boxes on my screen. It's pretty, how can I put it? Well, okay, I'm going to be positive. I'm going to be positive, and I'm going to say we're going to have a great semester, and we can just get into it. And yeah, I know everyone, Hannah, I feel for you. Yeah, everyone is dealing with this right now, and the best thing I can tell you is to just be as safe as you can. You know, you can't force anyone else to do the right thing, but you can wear masks, you can social distance as much as possible, you can get vaccinated and boosted. Um, you know, yeah, Raul's saying we should have stayed online a few months, right? Or, you know, at least a few weeks. I don't know if you guys saw the story that the Mesquite did, but we were the only campus in San Antonio who that didn't modify their schedule in some way because of the spike in cases. And our editors interviewed a lot of students. Well, not a lot, but a few. But there were a lot of students who posted on social media about this. So, I mean, I don't want to keep going on with this, but I'm just curious if you could say in the chat if you are on campus today because you have classes in person, could you just say that in the chat? I'm just curious how many of you are kind of still juggling online and in person, or or is this your only in person? I'm sorry, is this your only online class now? I'm going to turn my video on because I can't see anyone. And if you guys don't mind, those of you who are comfortable with it, please turn your video on because, like I said, thank you, Daniel. Hi. It can be pretty deflating as an instructor to be basically teaching to a bunch of black boxes.
Sorry to interrupt you, Professor. There's a bunch of people in a different Zoom meeting that you have posted on Blackboard. There's about 11 of them.
Oh no, really?
Yeah, yeah, I was just there, so but I decided to join through the email link you sent me.
Oh
So
my gosh. Okay, where
yeah,
is that other link? Where did I?
this is the one that was provided on Blackboard.
Okay, there's two. I have this one, click to join class, and then I have this one.
I just used the one you sent me through email. to get here. But yeah, there's 11 people.
Oh dear, oh dear, dear, dear. Okay, I think I must have forgotten to change one of the links. All right, let me see what's going on. 8715981. Hold on, I need to figure out the link. Okay. Now, which one is the right one? Let me look. You said, Daniel, you used the link I sent you to get here? I'm going to try and find that link and make sure that. Okay, 8715981. So that must be the one we're using right now. So I guess this one is the old one. Okay, so I'm going to invite those people. I don't even know how to do this. I'll tell you what. Oh, someone has their hand up. Bernadette. Bernadette, did you want to say something? No? Okay. All right. I need to figure out how to, I might have to just leave this class temporarily and go join that other Zoom. So I'm going to do that, guys. Just hang tight here and let me see how I can do this without, I'm going to say leave meeting. I'm so sorry. I'm going to go get those other people and come back here. I'll make Daniel the new host for now.
I just sent them the link through chat.
You did?
Yes.
Oh, okay. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Oh, I don't think I have to leave now. Okay.
I'm a TA.
Yeah, you're the teaching assistant. Yeah, sorry about that, guys. I had the wrong link in Blackboard, but I will fix that for next time. Okay. Oh my God. Okay. Yeah, I'm just reading through your messages about who has stuff online, who has classes online, who has classes in person. Someone has COVID. Yeah, it's so what are y'all doing? Are you just not going to those classes, or are you going and wearing masks, or what's going on?
I have one later on today at 2, and he really wants us to go in person, although he did offer to for this first 2 weeks to upload Zoom videos, but I'm for sure wearing a mask.
Yeah, for definitely. And I know that the university said something about providing N95 masks, but I don't know where you get them. I mean, this was a post they put out on social media recently. I'm going to see if I can find it and show you. Frankly, it's a real shit show, I think. I mean, I feel like, our university should have been more responsible in how they responded to this. And instead, they're just, I don't know what's going on. I don't know if it's because there's a lack of leadership, because we've had a lot of turnover and changes in the administrators over the last, few months. Like, who's running the ship? who's yeah. I'm going to show you. Hopefully you can see that on Facebook.
It's like TAMU's real reactive. They wait for UTSA and all the other colleges to make a move first.
Yeah, but I mean, everyone else did, and see, they're just posting like everything's cool. Yeah, they mentioned to mask up. Okay, that's great. I mean, people are upset, look at these comments. So, So this is what they posted January 7th. We have secured a large supply of rapid tests, as well as the supply of N95 masks to be made available to students who wish to use them. Have they been made available to you, these N95 masks? I mean, I don't know where you would get them. You know, that's definitely a question. And I think that the Mesquite should write a follow-up story about that, about the fact that the university's saying, hey, we have these great masks for you, but they don't tell you where to get them. Yeah, Dominique, I understand. I mean, just try to social distance as much as possible and wear your own mask. I've heard that the surgical masks, if you put one on plus a cloth mask over it, can be a little bit more protective too. The cloth masks aren't as good as surgical masks, you know, the blue ones. And I think those are more available now, the surgical. And, you know, K95s, N95s. Anyway, I'm sorry to be like venting to you guys, but I know you're sort of going through, you're actually dealing with it. I mean, I'm sort of lucky, you know, with my health situation, I can be at home. But yeah, I'm looking at your comments. I'm sorry. Yeah, I say if you contacted your professor to let them know you can't go, you haven't gotten a response, Stephanie. You could try calling them. You guys know how to look for phone numbers, I'm sure. tamusa.edu. And then you go all the way to the bottom to directory. There, right here. And then you just type their name. So like if you type my name, you'll see my email and my phone number. So you could try calling, and you could try calling like the admin assistant, like whoever is, you know, works the front desk at that particular department or program. And how do you find them? Well, that's a little bit more challenging, right? But you can go to academics, look up the college that the program is in, and you know, look for the department. You know, maybe it's an English class. You know, I don't know. And then usually they'll have like staff listed. You know, here's the main department number, for instance. Usually they have faculty and staff listed too. I mean, they have some here. Anyway, yeah, if you guys, I mean, I'll try to help as much as possible, you know. Lauren says half of the communication department is vacant. Oh, wow. And I believe Dr. Dietmar, yes, is gone too. Oh, I see what you're saying, the Marcom, yeah. Yeah, she left, Dr. Dietmar left at the end of last semester, from what I understand. Yeah, and Irma says they're interviewing for that position. Yeah. Okay, I'm sorry to get off track, but I know this stuff is important to you guys, and it is to me too. So, yeah, just let me know if you have any other questions or concerns. Like I said, I'll try to help as much as I can. But getting back to class, so I just barely posted. I just barely made the class available because I was working like up until 10 o'clock to get this done. So, journalists work best under pressure. So welcome to COMM 3301 reporting. If I haven't had you in a class before, my name is Teresa Tallarico. I'm a former newspaper reporter, and I've been teaching at TAMUSA since 2018. And before that, I taught at SAC journalism. So you're going to learn, we're going to build on the skills you learned in 2311, media writing and news editing in this class. We're going to assign you beats, which are academic programs or departments on campus, or non-academic offices like the Student Counseling Center, DSS, those kinds of offices, financial aid. and you will cover those this semester as your beat. A beat is an area of coverage for a reporter, a specific area that they cover. So as I mentioned here in the course homepage, this is our third fully virtual semester doing this class. We as you know, we went virtual halfway through spring 2020 and then just kept on through there. But students are getting really good at working online. I'm really impressed with you guys and what you're able to accomplish online. You know, since this class is online, you're welcome to do like virtual reporting and interviewing. If you want to cover things on campus in person, you can do that too. It's totally up to you. It's your comfort level and what your circumstances are. So students are doing really good work in here, even though we're, you know, half online. These are some of the stories that they did last semester. So the reporter who covered the College of Arts beat, just the College of Arts, not the science part, she did a story about a new mariachi group on campus. Did you guys know that there's a new mariachi group? Another student who covered military affairs did a story about the executive director when he left his position, because he was a really beloved part of the campus and well known for working with student veterans. Sorry, my cat's driving me nuts. Another student covered the plant club. Did you know we had a plant club? So writing about what they do and how they basically oversee a community garden on campus. Someone else did a story about the tuition increase coming up this fall, later this year. Someone else wrote about the Disney class. Has anyone taken that class? It's a sociology class, and it's all about deconstructing Disney. And apparently it's really interesting. So she wrote a story about that. She covered the Department of Social Sciences. Yeah, I've heard it's a fun class, Raul. I've heard it's very challenging too, because I think it's like a flex class, like it meets only half the semester. So it's very accelerated. But yeah, the students seem to love it. Again, this student wrote about a new feminist club on campus. She had the women's studies beat as part of her beat. This student wrote about the general store manager. So we had soccer last semester, so there are sports reporting opportunities available. And we also have the sports editor in our class for the Mesquite. That's Raul Lopez. And so if you're interested in sports writing, you know, we have some opportunities. So that's kind of what this class does. You know, we cover the campus, we write about what's going on, and you focus on your beats, whatever beats you're going to get this semester. And I try to match you with interests, things you'll be interested in. You know, it's not always possible, but I do try. So that's the course homepage. Everything else on this side is pretty standard. Announcements, your grades. This is a guide to student resources on campus, everything from COVID testing to student counseling to tutoring and academic coaching. That's all here. And then we have our syllabus. We can take a quick look at that. I'm not going to go through the whole thing, but so yeah, I mean, again, you have my contact information. We're a synchronous online class, so 11 to 12:15, Mondays and Wednesdays on Zoom. Yeah, and we're gonna kind of work like a journalism lab into the week. So like probably most Wednesdays we'll be doing something like you're just gonna be working in class for part of that time, working on stories or whatever you need to be working on. So oh shoot, I'm sorry. No, Thursday. Sorry about that. You know what? Yeah, I have to change this. Sorry, I teach classes on Monday and Wednesday too, so I get confused. Ay, ay, ay. Okay. Okay, thanks, Daniel, for letting me know. So again, we're building on what you've already learned. We're exploring some advanced reporting and writing, and that includes beat coverage. Some of you will be writing a profile of someone, a longer feature story about a specific person. Or you can choose a localization, and we'll talk about what those are this semester. Basically, you're localizing a news event to our campus, and we'll talk about how to do that. Data reporting, numbers. We're going to be learning how to cultivate sources on campus and generate story ideas as a beat reporter. And to do that, you need to reach out to sources. You need to, connect with them and stay in contact with them. So, yeah, and we're going to focus on campus. Sometimes we extend out into the South Side too. And, like if someone's beat is just totally dead, we always have story ideas for you. So don't feel like, oh my God, I don't know what to do. Just let me know. We're going to be using Inside Reporting as a free digital textbook, 3rd edition. And that's available. Let me see. Yeah, I have a link to my OneDrive for this, and you can download it there. And we also have free access, as you know, to the AP style book through the library. And guess what? No Newsroom 101 this semester. Are you excited about that? I mean, at least that's something to look forward to.
Nice. That's nice.
Yeah, no Newsroom 101. Lauren's asking, will we be writing for the Mesquite? Yeah, so if your stories are publishable, yes, you have the chance to get them in the Mesquite. This is a big class. I normally don't have this many people in reporting, so I'm not going to require you to do revisions unless your story is close to being publishable and you want to get it published. Then I'll ask you to do a little bit of revising, and I figured I'll give extra credit for that, for the revision, since usually I grade revisions, but there's just too many people in this class. So, your story has to be in pretty good shape in its first draft for it to be possibly published, with a few minor revisions if necessary. Okay, so evaluation, 30% Mesquite stories, 25% beat exercises and non-Mesquite homework, 15% discussions, 15% quizzes, 15% final exam. The assignment categories are as follows. So you're going to produce these stories on your beat. 2 beat news briefs, short stories, right? Briefs, 150 to 300 words, 1 source each. A beat news story, a little longer, 400 to 600, and at least 2 sources. And I have examples of these for you for each assignment in Blackboard. Okay, and here's the beat personality profile or localization, 800 plus words, at least 3 sources. These are longer. And again, we'll talk about profiles and localizations, and so sorry, why you might want to choose one over the other. And then finally, a student's choice, and you can pick the type of story based on your reporting. Maybe you want to write a news story, maybe breaking news, maybe a feature, an advance, an obituary, event coverage. So it's really up to you. That's why I call it student's choice. And, this is something you can generate again through your beat reporting. Now, if, like I said, your beat is totally dead for some strange reason, I can give you a story. Don't worry, we'll always be able to come up with something. Yeah. And then I have the deadlines for the stories here. So take a look at those. And do you guys have any questions about the stories? Okay. And then we'll have, stuff we do in class. We'll have other homework. Oh, good, Lauren. I'm glad you're excited to write. Yeah, online discussions, quizzes in the final, which is similar to other finals that I've given. It's online. You have about 5 days to finish it. You just submit it in Blackboard. Sorry, I need to update this. I taught it at night last semester. But yeah, we meet at 11 to 12:15 on Tuesdays and Thursdays. And please be punctual, please be on time, please stay for the whole class. I always say this in my syllabus, I allow 4 absences. After that, I drop your letter grade by 5% for each additional absence. Some of you might have noticed I didn't do that last semester. The reason is because I had to delete the recordings in Zoom, and then all the records of your attendance disappeared, so I couldn't do it. But this semester, I'll be keeping an eye on attendance. Use your first and last name when signing on to Zoom. Yeah, if you can turn on your video, please do. I greatly appreciate it. Don't attend class while driving or in bed, especially while driving, very unsafe. Again, I deduct 10 points a day for late assignments, so please keep that in mind. Don't submit PDFs unless I actually ask for them. Usually we'll be using Microsoft Word or Google Docs for your work. And we'll talk about, remember how you had to submit your story in Google Drive? We'll go over all of that again. And then I have the tentative schedule. So yeah, today we're reviewing the course. In a little bit, I'm gonna have you fill out a class directory and also a student schedule and form, kind of like what you did in 2311 for some of you who took that. I also have a Slack workspace that we're going to use because I think it works better than Remind for this kind of class, where we can like talk to each other and it's not just me texting you and then you not being able to respond to everyone. So yeah, so there's the syllabus. Yeah, and in a second we'll go over the student schedule and the class directory, but I just want to show you what else is over here on the left. Here's your about your instructor, like a bio of me, all the contact information you could possibly want. I'm still working remotely this semester. This is spring 2022, but I might be in the newsroom a little bit when things calm down, you know, after the Omicron variant kind of calms down. So I'll let you know when I'm going to be in the newsroom well, when that happens. Textbook and materials, we talked about that. It's the Inside Reporting 3rd edition. There's another link to it. You don't have to buy the physical copy. AP style book. Here are the links. Here's the okay, so this, I need to fix this, right? I need to fix this one because it was wrong. Is that correct? This one was this one here.
Yes, that was the wrong one.
Okay, I have a lot to fix, so let me make notes of all this. Yeah, so I copy my class over from the previous semester, but then I have to update stuff. Okay. Virtual meeting space, this is where the link will be. I believe this is the correct link. And I'll put all the class recordings in here too. Yeah, until the next Greek numeral. That, yeah, you're right, Daniel. Oh God. Epsilon. Okay, coursework, it will have the weekly modules, which is everything you need to know each week. Discussion boards are here. I also have links to the homework assignments in here. I always put them in the weekly modules, but just in case like you're trying to look ahead or you can't remember where something was, I'm going to put them all in here. Exams and quizzes, I'll probably do the same for the quizzes. Okay, so yeah, weekly modules. So it's kind of like what was on the syllabus. You know, every week you'll go in and you'll see exactly what we're doing, exactly what the homework is. The homework will be in here too. All that's in the weekly modules. Any questions? You can type them in the chat too. Okay, course resources. I have what I call the 3301 refresher, and that's to refresh your memory about everything you learned in 2311 and news editing. So it's in our Google Drive folder, and once you give me your Gmail, you'll have access to it. We'll do that in a second, where you know, fill out the directory and include your Gmail. But yeah, this is kind of a crash course in AP style, story templates, TDP, all those things that you maybe remember, don't remember. AP style books here, PowerPoints, handouts. I have some how-to videos. This is a COMM 3301 LibGuide, which one of the librarians, Aida Almanza, came up with for us, and it's really cool. She has all kinds of research resources, newspapers. Yeah, if you click on it, it takes you to our own very own LibGuide. So lots of places to go for information. The Census Bureau, that's a good one. Access World News has articles from newspapers all over the world. Global Newsstream, I've never used this, but yeah, it also has newspapers. And then of course we have our New York Times free subscription that you get through the library. Sign up. It's an all access digital pass to the New York Times. It's really cool. So you can read the New York Times from 1851 to the present by signing up for this. And it's a great resource, not only to help improve your own writing, but also to stay informed about what's going on in the world. So yeah, definitely check that out. We also have the Express News, the archive, as well as current. So yeah, that's under COMM LibGuide, under resources. So I also have something called Mesquite Resources. This is the beat spreadsheet for this semester. Once we assign your beats will be in here. And it includes contacts on the beats and things like that. The Mesquite directory is what I'm going to ask you to fill out in a second. It's a Google spreadsheet, and I ask for your names, your phone number, your Gmail. 3301 story spreadsheet, that's where you'll be able to keep track of the stories you're writing. We can take a look at that. I mean, I don't want to overwhelm you, but yeah, this is kind of a helpful way to keep track of what everyone's doing. So I have like reporter, story, deadline. You go down here to sheets and you can see the other sheets for the other deadlines. And just a reminder of the deadlines, the types of stories you need to write. And then at the very end, this sheet has a story checklist. So it's like you can kind of keep track of which stories you still need to do. This helps me a lot. I don't know if it helps you students, but I think it helps me keep focused on what everyone's doing. Campus reporting resources. So that's like the directory we just looked at. There's also a course information directory where you can get all kinds of interesting information about faculty. You can see their CVs, you can see what classes they teach, you can see their syllabi. You know, so like, for example, let me look me up. I have to put my syllabi in here, but this is required by the law to do this. We have to put our syllabi and make them public. I thought there was a way that you could see like my bio or whatever. Let me see. Okay, let me see, hold on. What if I click on her? Yeah, mine was in there at one point. Anyway, view curriculum vitae. Now, if you're looking for a professor, you're trying to figure out who to interview for a story, maybe what their specialties are. Sometimes clicking on the CVs, it'll tell you like what their background is, you know, what kinds of research they've done. And sometimes it'll even have like their cell phone. Look, see, see, you're trying to find a professor and they're not returning your calls. Well, check the CV on the course information directory. Look at there, they got their cell phone listed and it's public, so use it. Lots of ways to track people down. Yeah, I think a lot of people are still getting their syllabi in here, so anyway, that's another good resource. What else do I have here? Jaguar class search. You can look up classes that faculty teach. You're trying to track them down, find out when their class is, go in person, wait for them outside the classroom. I think I've told you this in other classes, that that's a way to find people. Media contact on campus. Unfortunately, this is outdated because she left. So I'll update that. Our Mesquite handbook is here. It also has a lot of good information. I know this is a lot of stuff I'm throwing at you, but just so you know where things are. Okay, so why don't we do this? Why don't we all go to Blackboard and scroll down on the left to Mesquite directory. Okay, so go to Blackboard, scroll down under Mesquite resources, Mesquite directory. And I have all your names here. I just am asking you to, put your phone number, student email, Gmail. Let's do that right now. And this is also a handy way, like if you happen to be working with someone from another class on something, you can, see how to reach them. I'm going to have my editors put their information in here too. So you can know how to reach people. And if you're uncomfortable for some reason with sharing your phone number or Gmail here, just send it to me privately in an email. I'll put my email in the chat. It is, go to Blackboard and then scroll down on the left under Mesquite Resources. It's Mesquite Directory. Yeah, so Blackboard, scroll down, Mesquite Resources, Mesquite Directory. Let's see what else we have to do today. Fill out scheduling form, change Slack workspace. Okay, let's see how everybody's doing. Great. And like I said, if you're uncomfortable for whatever reason with doing your Gmail here or your phone, just email them to me. So while you're doing that, I'm going to fix a few things in the class. Okay. So the next thing we're going to do is we're going to go to weekly modules in Blackboard. So over on the left under coursework, you'll find weekly modules, and you click on that and then click on week 1. And I have information about our Slack workspace. So you can join our Slack workspace by clicking on this link. You can do it on your laptop. You can also do it on your phone, but definitely put it on your phone. Download the Slack app on your phone and set the notifications to notify you, because that way we can communicate quickly in Slack. Because I know not everyone checks their emails all the time, but people check their text messages. So let's all do this too. And yeah, so Mesquite Directory, Slack, and then I'm going to ask you to fill out this student form. It'll be due tomorrow night. This is just like the ones I had you fill out in 2311. And this is going to help me determine your beat for the semester. I'll try to match you up with your interest, and I'll definitely try to avoid any conflicts of interest. You know, like say you're, I don't know, say like you're a work study assistant for someone in the psychology department. Well, then I probably won't have you cover the psychology program as your beat, you know. But the student form, yeah, again, it looks like if you've had my 2311 class, it looks very similar. Do your best at estimating your hours. I mean, I know your schedules change, so just give a best estimate. Really, the most important stuff is at the top, and then also here where I ask you to note any potential conflicts of interest, and then here where I ask you what subjects would you like to write about. You know, we can try as best we can to connect you with those subjects. And if you want, you can kind of see what the beats are, like Beats Spring 2022 under Mesquite Resources. If you open that up, don't look at this top part, those are all for editors. But like down here, you can kind of see like different stuff that, you know, we cover, different programs, departments, administrative offices. So, you know, you can kind of see what, and maybe that can help you think about interests. Or like, for instance, if you're interested in, you know, military stuff, you might want to cover the Office of Military Affairs. If you're interested in, you know, people with disabilities, you might want to cover the DSS office. International Affairs, that oversees international students. So, and then of course we have all the academic beats, you know, College of Education, Counseling, Health, and Kinesiology. So, you know, tell me what topics you enjoy, and then also maybe if any of these appeal to you, let me know. I know I threw a whole bunch at you. So, what time is it? I'm going to say that just make sure you get the Mesquite directory filled out, sign up for Slack, and do the student form and schedule by tomorrow night, okay? And I have that under homework, student schedule and form, January 12th. Oh, Slack, it's not an assignment, I'm just asking you to sign up. And then the Mesquite directory. And so I'll let you go, but I'll hang around for a few minutes if you have any questions. Okay, I'm excited about this semester.
I have a question, but it's unrelated to this class. I have you for another class.
Oh, is it Jack?
Yeah.
Okay.
So I was wondering how that was gonna go down.
Okay. Yeah, it's gonna be, we'll meet on Thursday online, and I know I haven't put anything on Blackboard yet, but I'm gonna do that today or tomorrow. But basically, we normally meet every other week online, but I'm kind of wondering if we want to just make it totally asynchronous. I'm gonna ask people on Thursday about that.
Okay. I don't know if you remember this, but I have that class at the same time that I have another class with Dr. Brentley.
Yes. Yeah. So I think I said that it's okay that I'm going to have recordings if we do meet synchronously. But a lot of the stuff is like stuff you'll do on your own time, like getting your resume together, creating an online portfolio for your work and your bio and your resume.
Mhm.
Um, you know, watching videos that are going to help you in your job interviews when you go out and apply, things like that. We also have had guest speakers in the past that are really helpful. Professionals come in and talk to students. So that's kind of how that class works.
Okay. Sounds good.
Okay,
Thank you.
thanks.
So the Jag Tracks is only on Thursdays?
Jack Tracks 4 is only on Thursdays, yes.
Okay.
It's Thursdays at 2. Lauren says, I need to take Jag Tracks, but they don't offer the third Jag Tracks. It's only 1, 2, and the fourth. I wonder if they stopped offering the third. I'm not sure about that, but I'll ask and find out. I'll ask. I feel like maybe they were going to stop, but I'm not 100%. Rawl says they were going to stop all of them in general. Yeah, I mean, that's been talked about too. Yeah, I need to ask and see what they're doing, and I'll let you know. What would they do that if we need all 4 to graduate? Well, they might be just canceling that requirement, you know. So, yeah, I'll find out for you.
Is it too late to sign up for that class?
For Jack?
Yeah, because I had a class that day too, but it didn't let me sign up for it because of the times.
Okay.
And it's one of a class, like that's like one of the only classes I need.
Can you email me, Amadis, and email me your advisor's information so I can let them know that they can override that?
Okay, yes, because that's like, I only need that class
Yeah.
and take it. So, okay, yeah, I'll email you my my advisor's name and all that.
Okay. Yeah. Thank you.
Mhm.
I just wanted to thank you for allowing me to join the class. I really appreciate that.
Oh, sure. Glad to have you
Awesome.
here, Daniel.
Thank you. Have a great day. Just real quick, besides the reading materials you're providing for us, correct again?
Yes.
Thank you very much. I really appreciate that. Have a great day, Professor.
You too.
Hey Teresa, I was gonna ask you a question about the workday. So when I know how to use it, but it doesn't give me the option to put in my hours. Is that because I have to do that student orientation on Thursday before they allow me?
That's a good question. I actually asked Gloria about that in reference to another student, Victoria, and I haven't heard back from her yet. But yeah, I'm trying to figure out if
I
you,
was assuming it was because we have to do the student orientation or the student worker orientation first before they allow us.
I guess so. And you're doing it on the 13th?
Yeah, I guess that's like the only date she gave us. So I mean,
Hmm.
yeah, because I was trying to calculate hours for this week and I was like, well, let me see if I could put it in, and it just doesn't give you the option.
Well, I would say hang on to those hours and then you can add them to the next pay period because I'm trying to see when January. Yeah, because that pay period has already passed to enter. If you did stuff last week, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So just hang on to those hours, yeah, and then add them.
Okay. So should I email her or what? Wait till the
No,
orientation?
no, because I already emailed her to ask her that question. And I mean, you can email her too, sure, yeah, but I'm gonna call her too because she hasn't responded yet.
Alrighty then. Well, hopefully we get something. I hope so.
Yeah, no, I want to make sure you're getting paid. So, just like I said, keep track of those hours and you can probably add them to the next pay period.
Okay then. Thank you.
Thanks.
Have a good day.
You too.